through which all the computer and nodes are connected to each other is a backbone cable or a bus cable, which is also called backbone for bus topology. It is called backbone because if this backbone cable break down, then all the networking that is going between all the nodes has goes down. And both end of this bus cable terminators are placed on the each end. These restrict the outer disturbance in the networking. The next type of topology, the bus topology is an oldest type of topology. Now this topology is not very much used in nowadays. The next type of topology is ring topology. So what is ring topology? In this topology, all the computers are connected in a closed circuit loop in the shape of a ring. All the computers are connected to each other. Computer 1 connected to 2, 2 to 3, then 4, 5, 6, and the last computer again connected to the computer 1, and this forms a closed loop. That's why it is called ring topology. Let us see the figure. In this figure, we have 4 computers, or the nodes are connected to each other by forming a ring. Ring topology is also used in previous time. Now it is not in very much use because of the disadvantage of this is that if any node breaks from the system, for example, we have 6 computers, 6 nodes in a topology, in ring networking, and if node 3 breaks down, then only the computer 1 and 2 are in the networking. Computer 4, 3, 4, 5 and 6 are out from the network because the computer 3 breaks down, or the network between computer 3 or 4 breaks down. That's why it is not used now much day. Next topology we have star topology. What is in star topology? Here all the clients are individually connected to a central located server is called hub. Here a central server is present which is called as hub. Look at the figure. There is a central server, we can also call it hub, and all the workstations or clients are connected to this hub to form a network. This is a modern type of technology, and all the modern devices, all the computers are connected through this topology nowadays. Next one is working on internet. So what is working on internet means? Suppose one person is there is in look at the figure. Here is one source computer and one is destination computer, and source computer try to send some data to the destination computer. The data is in form of 0101, that is the digital form of the message. And so what is here? Here we also know that there are 2 types of modem, internal modem and external modem. The source computer is having an internal modem, and the destination computer's modem is act as external modem for the source computer. So here source computer writes a message, and modem convert this message into digital format, convert this digital format message into analog signals. As the message converts into analog signal, then the net this is the message that is it try to send, that is how are you, is the message that is source computer want to send to the destination computer. And the modem break this message into 3 packets. For example, I have 3 words, how are you, then the first box is for how, second for are, and third for you. This is called the packet, that is data being divided in packets. And again at the destination side, when they reach at the modem rejoin that data into joint form and send to the computer for reading. And look at What the figure trying to show us? Number one, the source computer. uh, it is a computer that is sending the data, prepares the data to be sent to the destination computer by dividing data into small portion known as packet. The portion that is the data divided into portion, what is it, it is called? It is called packet. Each packet is given a serial number such as 1, 2, 3 and so on. It depends on the number of packets which are divided. It can be 4, 5, 10, 11, 12 and so on. Second, the packet are sent to the destination computer in random order. Third, the packets are reassembled in the order. It is not possible to send all the packets into a serial order, because sometimes the packet size is small or large, and the small size packet can reach to the destination before the large size packet. So at the destination sides, the modem or reassemble or the all the packets into a serial order and maintain and form a original data to obtain or form a original message and provide to the user for reading. This is the working on internet. Now is assessing the internet. Assessing the internet means, as we already know, the internet is a network that can be accessed from anywhere in the world. However, before you access the internet, you need to have an internet connection. You can subscribe for an internet connection from an internet service provider, that is ISP. The ISP provides us the settings such as username and password, which you need to configure the internet connection on your computer. There are a number of factors that should be considered while choosing the internet connection. The very first factor is bandwidth and speed. Uh, Whenever we are going to form a internet connection or get a internet connection, then the very first thing that we can keep in our mind, that is bandwidth and speed. It means that the data transfer rate from source to destination is must be very speedy, so that speed and bandwidth. The next one is internet service provider. It is a internet operator that provides us the internet services, so we can go to the best internet service provider of our area which we have. Next one is cost effectiveness. Then the third factor that we will keep in mind while choosing an internet connection is the cost effectiveness of the internet service. For example, which type of service providers give us high bandwidth at lower cost. These are the three factors. Now the next topic we have is modem. As we all know, modem is a word that is combination from two words, MO for modem, modulator, and DEM stands for demodulator. So what is the work of modem? Modem is responsible to convert digital signals into analog, and demodulator is responsible to convert analog signal into digital formatation. So modem is of the speeds that is provided by modem is 256 kilobyte per second, 2 Mbps or 8 Mbps or any other. There are two types of modem. The first modem is internal modem and the second is external. What is internal modem? If I take an example of my PC, then the modem that is near my personal computer is internal modem, and the external modem is the modem when we are in networking. It is referred to the modem that is connected to the computer as well as your telephone line with cable and electric sockets. That is external modem, which is not near to my computer. it is at the spot of service provider. It is external modem. Now different ways to connecting to internet. These are some types of connection that we can choose to access internet. The very first is dial-up connection. Dial-up connection means it is a temporary based connection. We have to pay only for the time as much we have used for the connection, use for the internet. For example, uh, each time when a user want to access over the internet, then he or she have to sign into the network, that is particular dial-up connection, and at the after using that internet he or she can log out from the session. That is type of dial-up connection. Next one is broadband. Broadband connection is a very high speed connection that is used to access internet. The term broadband is made up of two words, that is broad and bandwidth. Bandwidth means the amount of data or signal that can carry, and the broad means very much. The broadband connection allow you to carry or transmit lots of data over the internet in short time due to high rate of data transmission. 512 kilobytes per second, that is data transfer rate of a broadband connection, whereas a dial-up connections data transmission rate was only 56 kilobyte per second. Next one type of internet connection is leased line. Leased line is mostly used by business associates or businessmen, or in a particular type of institution. Number of computers are connected to the internet, and um, in the business so what is lease line? Lease line is a dedicated data connectivity service between geographical distance offices provided by the internet service provided at a monthly fees. So any particular person who is using internet at a monthly fees, uh, they can use the internet before and then they can pay for the accessed internet. That is, any type of postpaid connection is a type of leased line connection. Now we have some wireless connection. These three connections that we have discussed, they are wired connection, and now we are going to discuss about some wireless connection. The very first wireless connecting to internet method, the very first method is Wi-Fi, that is stands for wireless fidelity. Wi-Fi, as we all know, it allows to connect to internet using a wireless router. Our smartphone, our computer connects to a wireless tower or wireless router without using any wire. Mostly Wi-Fi is used for personal computers, smartphones, or personal digital assistants. Next one is WiMAX. WiMAX stands for Worldwide Interoperability for Microwave Access. WiMAX allows access of broadband wireless up to 30 miles for a fixed station and 3 to 10 miles for mobile station. WiMAX needs a tower known as WiMAX base station to connect to the internet using a standard wired high speed connection. WiMAX provides us high data transfer rate than Wi-Fi. The next we have some generations of networking. The very first is 3G, that stands for third generation wireless telecommunication technology. It combines wireless communication and the internet. It offers wired bandwidth, variety of bandwidth depending on the receiver's position. It provides us a bandwidth of 128 kilobyte per second to 384 kilobytes per second. Next one is 4G, that is for fourth generation wireless telecommunication technology. This is evolution of 3G, which uses IP base and packet switching, and 4G technology is faster than 3G technology. After 4G technology, 4.5G technology came. It is upgraded version of 4G technology that is likely to offer maximum download speed of 6 gigabyte per second, and it was launched in 2016. Next is 5G, the fifth generation wireless communication technology, and that is according to ITU is likely to offer speed of 10 Gbps, and it introduced now by GeoFiber. The next term we have is World Wide Web. It is its short form is WWW. It is come into the form in 1989, and its short form of World Wide Web is Web. It is developed by Tim Berners-Lee for a European Laboratory of Particle Physics, CERN in Switzerland. Here WWW represents an information space where document and other web resources resides or placed. However, apart from the website, the internet also consists of the following: escape of World Wide Web, forums, blogs and groups where user can seek help and advice on various topics. Next are databases that are used for research and by private academic organization, and World Wide Web also provide us email, chatting and instant messaging. Now we have some organization who manages internet, that is Internet Architecture Board. It is a technical advisory group that is responsible for the technical aspects of the internet. Then Internet Engineering Task Force, that is responsible for developing and promoting internet standard. Here all the engineers are here who are able to develop any kind of new technology. Next is InterNIC. It provides various registration service to the internet community for any particular new connection. That's all for today. Thank you.